Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to today's evening session of Yog Vaashishtha study group. नमस्ते, मेरा नाम सोमेश्वर है। मैं आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के 24वें सत्र में स्टडी ग्रुप के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूं। तो रोज की तरह वी विल बिगिन दिस सेशन बाय चैंटिंग ओम 3 टाइम्स। लेट अस ऑल क्लोज अवर आईज। अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें। एक साधारण सांस अंदर ले और छोड़ दे। एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले और छोड़ दे। For Omkar chanting, let's breathe in. गुरु का आवाहन कर ले। लेट्स अवेकन द डिविनिटी विद इन। आवाहनम आवाहनम आवाहनम। पुनः पुनः। गुरु वंदना कर ले। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले। अपने मुख से निकलने वाले हर एक शब्द, हर एक वाणी, अपने सारे कर्म एवं विचार, अपने बुद्धि में जागृत होने वाला विवेक, अपने स्मृति पे तैयार हो रहे इंप्रेशंस यदि तैयार हो रहे हो तो और यदि अब भी अहम का थोड़ा भाव बाकी है तो वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। अपने भीतर और बाहर गुरु का सानिध्य महसूस करें। और एक हल्की सी मुस्कान के साथ अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो। जय गुरुदेव। So let's begin with today's session. Today's session will not be in the form of a discourse as such. We'll probably open up this session for, we have been listening to Yog Vaashishtha discussing about it almost from last 23 days. So today is your time. Let us speak about it. What is it that we have heard? What is it, the difference that has been made in our life through whatever we have been going through, and how we can carry forward this to our day-to-day mundane routine life. So let's just to give an overview of whatever that has happened till now, is that we begin this session with a dialogue between Rama and Vaashishtha Muni. That is what the Yog Vaashishtha is all about. No? And then to explain this, there have been multiple stories that we heard, that in one story there is another story, that in that story there is another story. And people kept on asking the questions which are of interest to any seeker in life. So what is the purpose of my life? What is important? Is it work that is important? Or is it the knowledge that is important? No? ज्ञान ज्यादा important है या मेरा work ज्यादा important है? What is important? Then at one point of time the Shastra says, okay, you just follow all the karma kanda, you have to do it till your last breath. And on the contrary, it says that, okay, you don't have to do all these things, you have to drop it. No, unless until you drop it, you will not get that liberation. The story of Karunya says this. So likewise, even the Rama, when he travels around the world, he gets into Vairagya. And then he starts raising the question, what is this all about? Oh, how is this things? No? How can in all these mundane routine life sufferings, how come they are not waking up to the reality? So looking at all these things of the entire universe, now I don't feel, I don't have any interest in leading like this. So I tend to drop everything. I might as well just take an about to part. I'll just, I do not want to live any further life like this. So kindly give me a direction in life. No? So that is where the Vaashishtha Muni comes into picture. He wants to take him away, and then the Vishwamitra comes into picture. He wants to take it away. The Vaashishtha Muni comes into picture, and now these are all the saints. Vaashishtha Muni starts guiding Rama. Now Rama is also very intelligent. He also expresses all his vairagya very beautifully. And then we also saw that how everybody appreciate that whatever Rama expressed his vairagya. And then Vishwamitra also tells the story of Shuka. He explained that Shukadev, also the son of Rishi Vyasa, he also was in a similar state of mind, that despite of getting that Atma Gyan, that self-knowledge on his own efforts through the thoughts, the vicharas, but still he was having a doubt on that. He was not believing whatever he understood, is that correct or not, or is that the ultimate or not. That kind of thing happens. So similarly things are happening with Rama also, that he has almost reached there, but there are some clouds of ignorance which are there hovering around, which is not making him realize the truth. So that is what he expresses in front of all this entire court, in the kingdom of Dashratha. He explains all these things, and that is where Vishwamitra requests Vaashishtha Muni that you know everything. Aap to Brahmarshi hai, you are already Atmagyani, you are aware, self-realized, enlightened. So kindly guide Rama. So that is where all this dialogue between Vaashishtha Muni and Rama starts. So Rama continued to ask that I really do not understand what's going on here in this world. So that is where Vaashishtha Muni that it is very important to do our self effort in life. No, अपना पुरुषार्थ हमें करना चाहिए. What is this self effort? Giving our 100% in the moment. It is capable of removing all your impressions. No, संस्कार जो संस्कार है उसके effects, that also it can remove those past karmas also. It is that powerful, that is your self effort is there. No? So this purusharth is also explained by Gurudev as your dharma, artha, kam and moksha. Now these are the four things that are very, very important. Dharma means your day-to-day routine, whatever role you are playing, giving your 100% to that particular role. Dharma. Artha means the means to achieve that dharma, means whatever the things that you require to fulfill your duties, you have to acquire it on your own through your self-effort. Now to do all these things, you got to have some good intentions in life. So that is kama, kamanai, good intentions is life. And despite of having all these other good intentions, your ultimate aim should be in life, because we have in this human body, your ultimate aim should be achieving the liberation, the mukti or moksha. So dharma, artha, kam and moksha. Then he also gives the four pillars. So shama, then vichara, then santosha, and then sadhu sangati. He tells all these four things are very, very important. Shama, which is peace of mind, which can be attained via dhamma, that is self-control. Combined together is shama and dhamma, that is combined together is called as self-control in the English book. So it's a peace of mind, attaining a peace of mind via self-control. That is what it means. So that's the first tool that we need to apply while walking on this journey. The second thing is that vichara, your thinking is very, very important, because all your actions are actually driven by your what thinking comes. No, vichar comes first. The thought comes first, then you think about it, you filter it out, you take a decision, you apply your intellect, and you take a decision on that, good, bad, then you execute it. No, it may be good or bad, or it may be whether it is beneficial to me or not, based on that also. No. So many times, even knowing that it is not good for you, still you tend to do it because of the other shandrikus, no? Kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara. All these things comes into picture, and the attractions created by your five senses. We tend to take certain decisions in life which may or may not be actually beneficial to us. We think that they are beneficial, they are giving us a pleasure, but that is a temporary pleasure. So that how that can be done? It can be done at the level of thinking, not thoughts. So vichara is very important. And then the third thing is that while doing all these things, it is very important to be feeling contented, because people tend to remain unhappy. They do not feel that contentment within. So they tend to be very unhappy. So that is also very, very important, having a feeling of contentment. Trupti jise kaha gaya, santosha jise. That is also very important. The one who has that trupti, the one who has that, are able to express the gratitude towards whatever they have. Otherwise, on the contrary, they will keep on grumbling that I don't have it, I don't have that. They will continue to just keep on grumbling about it. And then the fourth one is to continue to walk on this path. It is very important for us to be in the company of the good people, sadhu sangati. So that is also very important. These are the four things. Moksha ke char dwarpal humne second chapter mein dekhe. Then we moved on to third chapter, that is the Utpatti Prakaran. So this is the creation of this universe. This is where Vaashishtha Muni tells Rama that, look Rama, whatever you see, this entire thing is not real in nature. This is just unreal. And now to explain this, he keeps on giving what this. Then Rama also keeps on asking questions. Oh, please explain me, if this world is unreal, who is experiencing that unreal world? Kindly explain me the root, the form of that. That is where Vaashishtha Muni explains in the what is Atman, what is this Brahman, what is this Ishvara, what is this Chida Akasha. That is where we saw the story of Akashach, the story of that Brahmana who is Akashach, and now how the Mrityu, the death, is not able to kill him. So that is where he go and meet Yama, and then Yama explains him this truth, and that truth has been now retold by Vaashishtha Muni to Rama. So Rama again asks this, okay, I understand that, that's fine, but tell me what is the form of this Atman is all about. So then he explains that this is how the form of that, how we can, how the wise people, how the enlightened people, how the people who are walking on this path experience that. So the people who are walking on the path of yoga abhyasa, no? The people via meditation, via nirvikalpa samadhi can get into that state where they can achieve this. No? They can experience this. No? It's not a matter of understanding it, they can just experience it. And once they experience that, they just try to put it in a word. This is how it is, but fully nobody is able to explain that because we do not know what that is in reality. No? And to explain this further, Vashishtha Muni explains in the creation of this entire universe step by step, how exactly it has happened, how that nothingness have created that shabda to express anything you require words. So it all starts with that om, formation of a word. In between there is and that dotted line of ahankara, which is ego, that I am something. No, all these things comes into picture. Then the mind comes into picture. Then using the all this energy, matter, all these things, your physical things comes into picture. No, in the mind itself, all these things happens. Then to take a discrimination, intellect comes into picture. Then your memory comes into picture for the storage. All this drishya jagat, the universe form gets formulated in just the mind itself. And then all the other aspects of it, no? The Brahma, then Vishnu, then Mahesha, all this comes from that Shiva Tattva, which is also called as Brahman. इसी को अलग अलग नाम से भी पुकारते हैं. इसको चित्त भी बोलते हैं, ईश्वर भी बोलते हैं, ब्रह्म भी बोलते हैं, you know. So there are those things. So all these 5 elements get formed using the 5 elements. All these other earths, sun, planets, Milky Ways, space, all these things comes into picture, just imaginary. Then it is also said because of this that this is not truth, अविद्या also forms. इसी को अविद्या बोला गया, उसी को फिर चित्त बोला गया, मन बोला गया. If that itself binds you, so उसको बंध भी बोला गया. No, so bondage, no, this asat, non-truth, no, all these things comes into, and then it is referred to the mind, because mind is the creator of all these universes, it's said. Yeah. And then after that, all the other things associated with, there is a concept of Shiva, the ultimate one. There is a concept of Jiva that we are experiencing now, because that Shiva Tattva itself is there present in us in the form of this Jiva. So this Jiva also explained, Atma. And then also there is Vashishtha Muni tells that, look, this Atma and Paramatma, they are not two. They are, but the same Paramatman is taken, right? Just like that, the water particle in the ocean, is it different than that? No, it is having the same qualities of the ocean. So that is how the Atma and Paramatma is not different. They are the same. So that is what also we saw. In addition to that, again, we also saw the concept of Desha, Kala. Then we also saw the concept of Brahma, the illusion. All these things came into picture. In between, we also watch the science documentary and try to relate all this concept with what the latest science research is saying about it. Then we also saw that what are the practical implications of that in our life. How do we actually practically utilize this knowledge in our life so that we can continue to walk on this path of spirituality, adhyatma ki marg pe chalte rahenge hum log, and to keep on walking on the path of that liberation. So that also we saw. So now today we are in this session, and I'd like to make this session open to all of you. इसको चर्चा सत्र के लिए हम लोग खुला कर देते हैं कि अब तक जो कुछ भी हुआ, आपके जीवन में क्या हुआ, आपके जीवन में आपने इस नॉलेज को किस तरह से अप्लाई किया, कुछ सिचुएशन आपके जीवन में आई क्या जिस तरह से आपको ये नॉलेज अप्लाई करने में हेल्पफुल हुआ. तो दैट इज व्हाट वी विल रिविजिट टुडे, and then from tomorrow we'll continue with the session. So today we tried out the breakout room. People have not shown that much interest today, so we'll continue to play the audio in the starting itself, or if required we can also actually go to whatever the live session we are conducting. We are starting at 8 o'clock. Instead of that, we can actually start it at 7:30, right after meditation, and then the other discussions and the breakout room, we can keep it in the end also. Everything is fine. So we will take a consent from each one of you, and then we will proceed accordingly, whatever is beneficial to everybody. So that we do not lose upon the people who come for the Guru Puja and meditation, and then after that, they happen to tend to go away. So you can continue that. All of you who joins around 8, they will have to probably join around 7. So take a consent from each one of you. That is that time something suitable to everybody, or you would like to continue to start this session at 8 o'clock. So that is something which we as a team will decide. So right now I'm opening this session for all the comments, Charcha Satra, whatever you call it, and then we'll discuss this together. So over to you all. You can unmute yourself and you can speak about it. How do you want to do this? Or whatever contribution you want to make, whatever expression you want to make, whatever the question answer that you have in your mind, anything is fine. We'll proceed with that. Let's do it one by one. So I would like to start. Ushaji, would you like to start?
Oh my gosh, just like Rama keeps asking. I feel like the same thing. So if you have someone in your life who has just lost a loved one, and you know this knowledge, like I'm learning steps of this knowledge, what is the most helpful thing that I could say to someone who is in such grief?
To address that question, I'd like to invite Sangeeta ji here. Sangeeta ji, would you like to comment on this, please? Then I will take it up.
Yeah, so it's like having that knowledge within, everything is a dream. That what you are seeing is a dream. That is what we have been hearing in Yog Vaashishtha, right? So it is that Maya. Maya means the illusion. Illusion means which you can see, but it is not there. So with that knowledge, when we have that within ourselves, we can come up with this. Like, you know, the misconceptions of the Maya, that knowledge, that Maya, which we have in our lives is, you know, it has several metaphors. So there are different levels on that. See, before your question, really, I have just jotted down these points, you know. So like, it's like the first level is, you know, like a person who's walking in the dark. Yeah. What happens? He sees a coiled rope. But what he has it in his mind, this is a snake. Right? So what happens? Immediately what happens? When you see that snake, which emotion comes up? It's the fear. Fear. Yeah? The fear entangles you immediately. What is this? You know, like you get scared, you're afraid. डर जाते हैं ना? वो रस्सी को देख के हम डर जाते हैं कि, you know, it is a rope, but you see it as a snake. So it is again your misconception there. In the same way, when we are here in this world, we are also having all these types of fears within us. What are the fears? The fears of uncertainty. Then there is a fear of insecurity. That is the main fear. कि मेरा क्या होगा? You know, that is the main insecurity fear. कि what will happen if my dear one goes away? What is going to happen to me? Isn't it? The next question comes is that only. What about me? Yeah. So those fears also we relate, and we have those thoughts in our mind. So what are those thoughts again? They are the bundle of your thoughts, you know, going on in the mind every time, new popping up like a bubble, but which are all in a dream only, because you are also in a dream. The person who's there with you is also a dream. So some, you know, they see dreams in the sleeping state, but some of them, all of them are in the waking state also, we are in the dream. मतलब हम चलते हुए, फिरते हुए, घूमते हुए सब है, पर हम एक स्वप्न में ही चल रहे हैं. Because everything, whatever is there, is just a dream, it's not the truth. So what is the truth? Till we come up to that We will see how it is. Then the second one which comes is like, you can have that also. Like we had explained the first day when you had come, you take different ornaments. मतलब कान की बालियां होगी, हाथ के कंगन होंगे, रिंग होगी, anything made up of the gold. सोने का कुछ भी होगा. But these are all the forms that we see. What is the actual thing? Real thing क्या है? It is the gold. When you melt all these ornaments, what do you get? सोना मिलता है ना, एक बार बन जाएगा सोना. So that is that virti. When you see the forms, नाम रूप नाश है, ब्रह्म का प्रकाश है. So when you see, till you see naam and roop, it is going to be nash. It is going to be maya, because maya is all changeable, isn't it? So it keeps on changing, keeps on changing. You see ourselves also. हम बचपन में आते हैं, कितना छोटा बच्चा पैदा होता है और कितने बड़े बन जाते हैं. Changing. Everything is changing. Same things नहीं रहते हैं कभी भी. The same things are never there. It keeps on changing. We have another सदाना संग सहेलियां, सदाना काला केश. मतलब सदाना संग सहेलियां, सहेलियां तुम्हारी सेम नहीं होगी कभी भी. Your friends will also will change. And sadhana kala kesh, even your hair will also turn into gray. So all these keep on changing. Till you look at it, it is all changing. But then what is that? That is unchangeable. You have to be in that. Again, you come back to yourself. So all these, whatever we have around us, we have these karmas, with them. So that's why they keep on coming with us, keep on being with us. The karma is over. They go ahead. It is like, again, going off a journey, They go in a different journey. It's okay. It's okay. You are in a different journey, isn't it? See, we read the story of that Leela, you remember? That King Padma. So Leela says to Saraswati, why is he losing? Why is that other king winning? I don't remember his name. But then Saraswati says, because he asked for liberation and he has asked for winning that state. So that is what it is. Even both of us are going together. Husband and wife also, they are together in this path only, on this path. But one is saying something, one has another intention. So they divide. That is what it is. So again, you have to be with your own knowledge, come into that oneness. Okay. And then there is a next one which I showed. It's all as a dream. No? Whatever we are seeing is everything as a dream, isn't it? See, you see from the childhood you come. Yeah. कल जो बातें हमको सताती थी, आज वो सता रही हैं क्या हमको? हम एक बलून के लिए कितना रोए होंगे, एक खिलौने के लिए कितना रोए होंगे. We must have cried a lot for a balloon or a toy. But today, if we look at that, if we turn around and look, does that matter? Not at all, isn't it? In the same way, as we are proceeding in the life, our everything keeps on changing. We adapt new ideas. हम new ideas लेते हैं, हम new अपने conceptions बनाएंगे, interpretations करेंगे. Life keeps on changing. Your circles of your friend circles will also change. Everything keeps on चलते चलते. अभी बच्चा आया, चलते चलते सब अटैच होते जाते हैं. शादी हो गई, बच्चे हो गए, और हो गए, समधीत बन गए, ये हो गए. एक अकेला इंसान निकलता है, लेकिन कितने सब चलते जाते हैं कि नहीं उसके. But everything is a dream. Again, you ask yourself, what is it? What is it that is, troubling me from inside within? We'll come to know. But if you become, again, you have to dissolve all that. So after listening to Yog Vaashishtha, it is what? Your thought is there in the mind and the whole universe comes up. You are the Brahma of your universe. Whatever you have created, it's coming in front of you, isn't it? हमारे जो ख्याल है, जो भी हमारे thoughts है, वो सब हमारे सामने आता है. And it is really very true. आप जरा थोड़ा शांत होके अगर आप देखेंगे, if you sit, just relax, and if you sit and look into that, you will come to know. You won't get mind anywhere, but all those thoughts will be there. But when they are cleared, like Rama says, all the thoughts are troubling me, but then what the knowledge he gets is, When they are cleared, you get to see that sky, that clear sky. That is what I am. And then what will trouble you? What will trouble you? The one whom you love is always there in your heart, isn't it? Isn't it? Is he separate? No, he's there with you. All his thinking, all his whatever he used to live his life, or as he used to live, it's there now with you. Whatever you loved him, he is there with you. Will you ever miss him? I don't think so.
So when this feeling of grief comes, the comfort is in knowing that it's a dream, and also that everything keeps changing. Well, I mean, from the outside, things are changing all the time. So it's a natural process. But he's still here in my heart.
I would just like to add what Sangeeta ji has said. She has actually said it in very in Yog Vaashishtha way, everything. But I would just like to see it differently. See, why we get attached to our dear ones or the near ones. Okay, this is because through long association with them, we develop a kind of security or likeness for that person. Okay, so suppose means just take one example. If you meet your partner, okay, before that also you were happy, but after meeting your partner, after you're having marriage and this thing, you think that this person is something and that. So through that association, we develop that love, that bonding, etc. Okay, so this association with time creates a bondage. Okay, means uh, mm, and all that relationships roles gets developed once you assume that role, once you assume that relationship. Okay, so this identification with one particular identity, and with time you associate with that role, and that creates an attachment. Okay, so if you see before your birth, means you may be born in some country with some background and this thing, and you consider yourself that I am this, I am that, and that's why all, and you consider all your relationships that yes, this is my father, this is my mother, this is the thing, and you assume these things, and with time you develop a bond with them. Okay, it may be possible you may be born in some different country or something different place, and you consider those people as your father, mother, or something, all these things. So that was not in your hand. Okay, so through time you develop all those bonds, those attachments. Okay, similarly, consider this, that this is not your first birth, but there were millions of births like you. Okay, and in similar births you have lots of relationships like this. Okay, so this is not just one journey. There are 1,000 journeys you have come across, and in 1,000 journeys you also have the similar relationships, similar all happiness, sorrows, everything. Okay, it's a continuous journey you are doing. But as you have assumed yourself as a body, as something with your I'm this person, I'm this things, that thing. So with that association of your body, you create all these bondages on your own. Just like a silkworm creates a bondage of its own, you create all these bondages considering yourself as something. Okay, once you drop that idea that, see, I am not this person, I am not this body, but just the observer, that creates alienation from your attachment. Okay. So whoever comes in your life or your this thing, it just you can see those. Yes, those are persons, these things, but there may be many persons like this in my previous birth, my this coming this thing. So you never get attached with that. Okay, because once you assumes yourself as a body or something or some personality, then this bondage starts. Okay, so the first principle what Yoga Vaashishtha tells is that you are an observer. You assume something, and that's why all this creation starts. Your mind creates all these things. Okay, and then you get entangled into it. With time, you feel that yes, I am this, I am that, I am having this thing and that. So that creates a bondage. So yoga sister only tells you that get disassociate with this, find your own nature, then you will not feel all these sorrows and happiness and all the things. Just like an observer, see these things. This will be a passing phase.
Thank you so much for your input. It's very helpful. Thank you. Great knowledge.
I am just just telling what is there in the yoga Vasishtha. It's not my knowledge. Sage Vasishtha only says this.
No, no, excellent. Actually, see, there was a reason why I invited Sangeeta ji and Sachin ji. How really contributed it well. इसको थोड़ा और देखते हैं डिटेल में कि what is it all about. So Usha ji, the first thing that comes, I will start with an experience from Gurudev. Gurudev was there in UK, and that was a time of Guru Purnima. So on the time of Guru Purnima, he was explaining the story of Ekalavya and Dronacharya, how Dronacharya actually made Ekalavya the supreme, because he actually cut his thumb, and that is not supposed to be very good act. He asked to give his thumb, no, so that Arjuna can excel in his life. So why he behaved like this? He was explaining this Guru Tattva, how the Guru Tattva is there. Because of that thing, Ekalavya is elevated in life. No, everybody knows Ekalavya. No, is there somebody knows the story of Ekalavya and Dronacharya? They know about it. And that point of time, Gurudev remembered his mother in the form of a Guru. Gurudev was remembering his mother. His mother name is Vishalakshi. So if you go to Bangalore Ashram, the Mandap, that meditation hall, the name of that meditation hall is Vishalakshi Mandap. And when he was talking about his mother, that tear was rolling through his eyes. Just one tear, not even through both the eyes, but just one tear that came, and he just did like this, and that's about it. I never saw Gurudev cry in my life. So when we have an enlightened master here, after the death of his mother, there is a sufficient amount of period that has been passed, and there is still an iota of, either we can say gratitude or we can say attachment. You can talk, you can give any name to it, but still that bondage was there related to mother, who he lost quite some time ago. So when this things comes into picture, it is absolutely fine to apply the knowledge and come out of it, but that process takes time, So that's the reason many times when people ask Gurudev, that okay, somebody is there and we are in knowledge, and there is, you go to the place where the death has taken place, don't go and start delivering a knowledge there. Neither Yoga Vaashishtha nor Gita don't just say any word there. They say that keep mum. You just keep quiet, keep mum, be silent. Just go there, be present there, express your condolence, jo bhi hai, whatever it is, but do not start giving knowledge there. No, that is not the time for you to deliver a knowledge there. You just be silent, calm, because irrespective of all other things, irrespective of all the knowledge, that loss, no, just forget about the, I am talking about a living being here. If you just lose the pen, na, just give a pen to the kid and take the pen away from them and see what drama they do. So this is a non-living thing that has come to your life and it has been taken away from you. We do so much of drama. Same thing with books, same thing with your car. If little bit of scratch happens on your car and you see, you lose all your knowledge of Yog Vaashishtha there in 2 minutes. You will start shouting and this and that. Can't you see that I paid so much of money for that? So we are talking about someone who is a living being, and the one who has spent time with us as a life partner, maybe as a son and daughter, maybe, or as a mother and father, maybe, or any other relationship. It could be even friend also, near and dear friend. I saw Yatin crying when he remembered his friend. He lost his friend, the one who was really sadhu sangha ke bare mein he was talking, the company of the good people, and how he kept on protecting him, how he kept on let not him deviate from the goal when they were studying together, how that tears came into his eyes when even after a lot of time he lost his friend, but still that tears were there in it. You know what I'm trying to communicate here, that whatever knowledge we speak, whatever knowledge we discuss here, I'm not saying that knowledge is not going to help us. For sure it does help us. But that bond that is there, no, that oneness that we feel with those people, because of that oneness, either we can call that as a bhakti, or on the little bit lower level than bhakti is love, on little bit lower level than love is your entanglement and attachment. Now all these emotions comes into picture. They are all valid emotions. So even they say that when such things happens, it's okay to cry out. No? In India, there is a process, they call it as Rudali. What they do, they just invite people, they come to your home and they cry it out. Many times, let me tell you one more experience here. When I actually went to tsunami, West Nagapattinam, and there were, because of the tsunami, this exactly was the same situation. They lost, someone lost their son, someone lost their daughter, someone lost their mother, father, someone lost their partner in tsunami. And they were in, we just visited almost 4th day after tsunami. Immediately we were there. We were carrying all lots of cloths and the trucks, loads of food and all these things. Believe me that it was all there, open, come and take it. No one was coming. No one was ready to eat food. They were in such an utter shock. Why? You know why? They did not cry. They just did not cry actually. What all that they did, there is a Navachetna Shibir of Art of Living. We went and conducted that. They just did all this Bastrika Pranayam and all that. And they did just Ram Dhyan. And after that, the first act of that, after doing the Shibir, is they cried. They let go all that from their cry. No, that is very important to come out that. If that is there, that grief will multiply n number of times. You are speaking about the grief, no, that we feel, no, that you lost someone, which is very near and dear to us, no, and then that grief comes within, and you feel like it's okay to cry out. That point of time, you don't have to apply any knowledge as such, no. So all these things happens, no. So we really need to understand, okay, what is this going on? At least initially, during those couple of days, they. In India, there is a process of all these 10 days, and then they do in some of the punts, they also celebrate this death so that you can come out of it, you know. So they actually do some of, they even offer the sweet bhojan and all that, food and all that. That's all different process in different part of the culture. We do it, but ultimately is going through that process, no, crying it out, then letting it go. All that process happens slowly and gradually. So it's okay to allow that time. There is nothing bad in feeling that you lost someone and suddenly you will start smiling and this, and नहीं होता है. It doesn't happen like that. So all these emotions are valid, and at the end of the day, whatever Sangeeta ji have said so beautifully, she have experienced. See, it is not just a words. It is actually, it is coming out of experience. You know, she's living that life. So there is, I talking all about it. I have not lost anybody who is near, very near and dear one to me. No, but that experience that comes, no. But when you feel, no, Gurudev, no, when the Gurudev conscious is penetrated in you, so you could even feel that pain of the people when they were in tsunami. They are not blood related to me. Otherwise, you will not be able to do seva. आप सेवा कर ही नहीं पाओगे लाइफ में यदि वो oneness, if you do not feel with this. So you feel that existence with everyone, the same oneness you feel with your loved one also. So will you not feel bad really if you lost them? You do feel lost. But the idea is that
you've given me such a great gift today with your words, all of you. Such a wonderful gift. I feel so much more at peace with after hearing your words, and I thank you so much. It's going to be very helpful to me going forward.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji. Thank you so much, Sachin ji, for putting forward the thoughts. No, they are well worth listening to, both of you. Thank you so much. So we will continue with this session, and we'd like to hear from all our other participants what they have to ask or they have to say about it. It's over to you. You can unmute yourself and speak. हाँ रमा जी बोलिए. रमा जी remove your, we are not able to hear. Device से remove. हम लोग सुन नहीं पा रहे.
सुनाई दे रहा है?
अभी सुनाई दे रहा है, बोलिए.
मेरा कुछ पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस मैं बता रही हूँ. 2007, it was 2007. My husband was detected by blood cancer. Okay, he is a mining man and he is very energetic and had a strong body. I was very much shocked. How can it be? कैसे हो सकता है ऐसे स्ट्रॉन्ग बॉडी जो माइनिंग मैन जो नीचे रोज जाता है, पृथ्वी का नीचे, अर्थ का नीचे रोज जाता है, जान को हथेली पे लेकर जाते हैं, फिर ऊपर उठ के आते हैं एकदम स्माइलिंग फेस में. इनको कैसे ब्लड कैंसर हो सकता है? मैं तो मेरे तो तज्जब बन गई. तो मैं आई वॉज वेरी मच शॉक्ड बिकॉज माई सन एंड ओनली वन डॉटर. So my son was in London. So I was very much shocked. I have no relative to help me. I have no relative to help me in such that condition. मैं मेरे बेटे को फोन किए तो he was in Delavo. तो वो बोले ये कैसे हो सकता है मम्मी, पापा को ब्लड कैंसर कैसे डिटेक्ट हो सकता है? तो बोले बाबू ऐसे हुआ है. तो वो बोले ठीक है हम देखते हैं, टिकट का बंदोबस्त करते हैं, अगर ब्लैक में भी मिल जाए तो मैं चला जाऊंगा. वो आए तो डॉक्टर ने मुझे बोला कि केमो देना पड़ेगा. तो ठीक है. I thought that it was one type of medication, only medication. I have no experience about chemo, but that cancer word is so terrible for me. जब मैं रात को वहां रहती थी, मैंने हजारों तरह का आवाज वो आता था, लेकिन हंसते 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 वो आवाज भी मुझे मैं सहन करने लगी. मुझे खराब नहीं लगता था. मैं सब पेशेंट के पास जाते थे, सबका खबर लेते थे, सबको ऐसे ऐसे करते थे, हाय हेलो करते थे. तो जब वहां से मैं 3 months मैं वहां रहकर जब मैं लौट के आई, his blood count WBC was only 2,500. डॉक्टर ने तो आशा छोड़ दिया था. तो मेरा एज भी तब कम ही था. बाबू का कितना था? 25, फिर ऐसे कुछ होगा। तो वो भी यंग ही था, बेटा भी यंग था, बेटी भी बहुत यंग थी, बेटी पढ़ाई कर रही थी इंजीनियरिंग। तो मैं एकदम बीच एज में थी, मैंने क्या करूं नहीं करूं मुझे समझ में ही नहीं आ रहा था। फिर उनको लेकर आए, धीरे 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 उनको कवर अप करते 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 वो फिर 2009 में फिर वो ड्यूटी ज्वाइन किए। उनको रोज में प्राणायाम कराते थे, रोज में ओनली प्राणायाम ही कैन डू एट दैट टाइम। तो प्राणायाम कराते थे, आस्ते 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 उनको ब्लड काउंट बढ़ा, WBC बढ़ा, बढ़ते 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 अभी देखिए 2021 now 13 years has crossed, बट अभी मुझे ना कोई डर नहीं लगता उनके उनसे सेपरेशन होने का कोई डर नहीं लगता। अभी भी वो एकदम स्ट्रॉन्ग हट्टा कट्टा बॉडी है, बहुत देर तक वो अपने ड्राइव भी करते हैं, लॉन्ग जर्नी वो करते हैं, बहुत अच्छे ड्राइव भी करते हैं। मुझे अब कोई डर नहीं लगता। मुझे अब लगता है अगर उनसे मेरा सेपरेशन हो भी जाए तो मैं सहन कर लूंगी, क्योंकि जो धक्का मुझे उस समय भगवान ने दिया था वो धक्का मैं जब सहन कर लिया, धीरे 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 मैं उनको कवर अप करते गया। तो उनको जाने के बाद मैं क्या करूंगी, उनको ऐसे सोचती वो तो मेरी सबसे बिलावड है, मैं क्या करूंगी, ऐसे सोचते 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 देते ना मेरे अंदर जो साहस पैदा हो गया, तो उसी में मैं अभी मस्त रहती हूँ। मुझे कोई चिंता या बोलिए बैड थिंकिंग भी नहीं आता कि उनको जाने के बाद मैं क्या करूंगी, मैं तो अकेली हो जाऊंगी, ऐसे मुझे कभी नहीं लगता। मुझे लगता है कि मैं सहन कर लूंगी। मैं जो अदर लेडीज लोग जैसे जैसे वो अपने आप को तैयार कर लेती है विदाउट हस्बैंड, मैं वैसे भी तैयार कर लूंगी। मैं नहीं जानती कौन आगे जाएगा कौन बाद में जाएगा, ये तो मुझे भी पता नहीं है, लेकिन मेरे अंदर में इतना साहस गुरु जी ने दिया कि मुझे कभी डर ही नहीं लगता कि उनको जाने के बाद मेरा क्या होगा। ये तो आता है डिपेंडेंस एंड इनसिक्योरिटी से। उनका ऊपर मैं इतना डिपेंडेंट हो जाती हूँ, इतना इनसिक्योरिटी फील करती थी पहले का बात करिए, लेकिन अभी मैं इनसिक्योर नहीं हूँ। मुझे लगता है मैं इनसिक्योर नहीं हूँ, मैं अपने आप को संभाल सकती हूँ, तो मुझे कभी डर नहीं लगता। मैं एकदम निश्चिंत हो गया। तो यही होता है ईश्वर के ऊपर विश्वास रखने से। बस।
Nice experience sharing, Ramaji. Very beautifully said. No, in Narad Bhakti Sutra, Gurudev batate drop all the sketches. No, we keep on carrying. ये कुबड़ी वहाँ पे लिया, वो कुबड़ी लिया, this financial security, that financial security, all these sketches. No, he says just drop. Let alone that one divinity be your support in life. Rest of the things will be taken care. We have a question here. Sharmila ji is asking, what a truth in simple words. What is truth? ये प्रश्न बहुत बार आता है कि सत्य क्या है. Very often we see that people in the name of the truth, no, they keep on hurting people. No, they said, oh, I speak only truth. I speak only truth. मैं तो सिर्फ सच बोलता हूँ. तो उसको सामने वाले को बुरा लगे या ना लगे, I don't care. I will speak the truth. And they keep on pouring so words, no, and then that keeps hurting people. So what is the real truth? Is it truth is associated with only spoken words? क्या सत्य सिर्फ अपने शब्दों में जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, क्या वही सत्य है क्या? No, then what is the real truth? No? That is the question, and we come across these possibilities of something related to truth, and we also suffer, and we also tend to lose good friends because of this speaking truth, and reality mein what the truth is. That is the question. Now, in a simplest word, यदि कुछ truth के बारे में बोलना है, तो whatever is non-changing, whatever is that permanent in nature is the truth. Not what we perceive, but what it is. No? Because we perceive it very differently. No, if the same truth is being observed through multiple angles, No, everybody will say that as a different truth. Because they perceive it that way, it becomes their truth, but it may not be the reality. Reality could be something different. So what is the truth is something that does not change over a period of time. That is the truth. One can say, okay, I'm Someshwar, I can see you, you are sitting there. No, all these criminal cases and the court cases, they keeps on proving, proofs. They want a proof of Satya. No, give me the proof. No? So there are multiple types of proofs also that has been explained out the Gita also, Patanjali Yoga Sutra also. No? Multiple proofs specifically. In more details, it is explained in all these scriptures. No, so we can say it is not that गुरुदेव अक्सर कहते हैं इसके बारे में, सत्य के बारे में, about truth. Even if you have to talk a little bit of asatya, a little bit of untruth, it's okay. How much? Yesterday we were all listening to Gurudev in Ask Anything Gurudev, AGA session talk on Ramayana and Mahabharata. And that is where one of the gentlemen asked this question, that Gurudev, you say all these things and all these things about these things, and Krishna was supposed to be supreme consciousness. Why he has lied to the people? He lied. He even made this Yudhishthira lie, no, just to win the war. How come? No, why is it so? So Gurudev explained, you go and see these politicians, you go and see these businessmen, you go and see this salesman. No, they keep on talking all these things. No? They have to do that. So is it promoting life here? No. So he said no. In a life, just like you have a salt in your bhojan, in your food, similarly you have that little bit of. So he is not calling that as asatya, rather than he is calling that as a yukti. No, so you need to have the shakti also in life. You need to have the yukti also in life. No, so if you are using that as a yukti to make someone feel uplifted in life, it's okay. What is the point of calling a blind person, oh, you are a blind person, on his face? Will he feel good? Are you not talking truth here? He is a blind. What's a big deal on calling him blind? You are talking truth. But do we do that? No, we don't do that. No? Apriya satya. No, apriya satya means unpleasant truth need not be spoken. And if you hide that truth at one point of time, it's okay. बोलने से सिर्फ कुछ नहीं होता है. And usually it is observed, this reference comes from Narad Bhakti Sutra, that usually between the lovers and the spouses or the beloved ones together, they often tell, they do not tell, they lie actually. Why? Why do they lie? Because the love, the fear of losing someone which is beloved to you wins than the truth. No? Even if your spouse is not so beautiful, what do you say? Oh my dear, you are so beautiful. Look at you. You are so shining. You know that you are not talking the truth. But still, why do you do that? No, because you care. That person, the beloved one, their happiness matters to you more than the mere this truth. So let us not confuse truth with those spoken words. Truth is something that is ultimate, which is in non-changing. Another attribute of a truth is that truth is not something black and white. It's not linear. So if I say that I have a glass which is half full and half empty, and if someone says, oh, that glass is half full, and the other one says that glass is half empty, who is talking a truth here? Both of them are talking a truth. Everything that they see is truth. That is their perception, that is their reality, that is the truth. No, truth can contradict itself. It actually contradicts itself. So all these things comes around truth. Gurudev explains all these things very beautifully. Do not get stuck into that small truth what we think. Oh, I speak only truth, and then you keep on hurting all the people around. उस टाइप का ट्रुथ बोलने में कोई मजा नहीं है भाई. You need not speak such truth. It's okay to hide it. No? But how much? It should not become your nature, and it should not be your loophole to run away from the reality. No, not like that. You speak honestly. You speak whatever is required that point of time, which can help the person to elevate in their life. Good. Yeah. So, और किसी को अपने आप को व्यक्त होना है? Would you like to express yourself, or if you have any question, you can unmute yourself and speak.
Regarding truth, I just want to say something. One quality of truth is that it is never changing in all the time. It remains same throughout past, present, and future also. It remains truth only. One point which I think in Mahabharata, what uh, uh, Sri Krishna did is because you need to behave how the other party is there. So if you are dealing with Kaurava who are already not righteous or whether having malicious motives, this thing, then you need to deal with them accordingly. There the ultimate the if you speak untruth, but the result of it is good, if it is in the larger context, then it is because if it is good, if you speak untruth, but it is good in the larger context, then it is fine, and it should not be for your selfish work. It should be good for everyone. So if it is like that, then I think scriptures allow that. So they also give an example. If a cow comes and if behind it, if it's a butcher comes and ask one sage, where is the cow? So he tells a different direction. So if that untruth, if it tells the truth, he would have killed the cow, but that would not serve the purpose, because he told the truth. He saved the cow. Uh, these things. So you need to see it in the context and with whom you are dealing.
Yeah, one thing can I add?
Yeah, yeah.
The truth, when you are with the truth, जब आप सच के साथ है ना, तो वो आपको हमेशा आनंदित रखेगा. और अगर ये बात नहीं है कि 10 बार हमने बोला तो वो सच हो गया. You know what people they do? They keep on, telling the same thing again and again and again and again, and they see that it is turned into truth. That is not the truth. The truth will liberate you. It won't create a bondage for you. And it will give you that satisfaction here. Ki, okay, I am with the truth. Whatever the result may be. Okay. And the truth will always take you towards the victory. Even that is there. It will never help you to lose you. सच के साथ है. सच की नाव कभी भी हिलती है मगर डूबती नहीं है. हिलेगी पर कभी डूबेगी नहीं. So that is what is truth. And that is only one. Isn't it? Nothing true in that.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta ji. Thank you so much, Sachin ji, for beautiful addition to truth. If you would like to say a few words, if you have any question, you are welcome to unmute yourself and talk about it. Anaga ji, Varsha ji, Sharmila ji, Shamli ji, Kusum Tai. Unmute का ऑप्शन अपने पास ही है, आप खुद ही अनम्यूट करके you can speak. कुछ कहना है? कुसुम ताई, are you there? Yesterday you were traveling, right? ठीक है, it's already 9:08. We thought of stopping at 9, but it's fine. That's okay. यदि कुछ प्रश्न नहीं है, कुछ व्यक्त नहीं करना है, तो आज का सत्र हम लोग यहीं पे समापन करते हैं, पुनः एक बार कल से मिलने के लिए. After stopping this session, we'll discuss how do we go about tomorrow's session. Let's take a break now. Jai Gurudev. See you all tomorrow.